I have been dreaming about Italy my entire life. Well, my entire adult life. But you know, for decades, it always seemed like it wasn't the right time. We were a young family, money was tight, I was working full time as a nurse. And you know, life just kept happening. Italy just kept waiting and being put on hold. Finally, I realized if I kept waiting for the perfect time, I may never go. Well, I just retired exactly 7 days ago, and Italy's not waiting anymore. I leave in a few days, and I'm not wasting a single minute of this trip feeling stressed. And that's what this video is about. By the way, if you're new here, hi, I'm Anneli. I'm a wife, mom, grandmother, and a newly retired nurse, and I'm finally heading off to Italy for the first time. I'm going to share with you lessons I've learned the hard way over the years. And the first one is I'm not going to go shopping. I'm not going to go shopping for things that I actually need on the trip. One year I went to Helsinki in April. I thought it was still kind of spring, so cool. I was preparing for cooler weather, and it turns out that it was sunny and bright, and I thought it would be so much fun since my new glasses, or the glasses that I just loved, had broken, and I thought instead of replacing them here, I'm going to go shopping in Helsinki. How fun would that be? Turns out I could not find any good place to shop for sunglasses. I don't know why. You know, that's the whole thing of it. When you're actually needing to go buy things that are on a list, it becomes almost impossible to find those things. So I ended up picking up a pair of sunglasses, but I'm not happy with them, wasn't happy with them then, but I just needed them because of the bright sunshine that Helsinki was having for a change in April. Looking for something specific in a country that's foreign to you can be so stressful. That's why I am preparing for all those little things that I've learned I might need over the years. Because when you don't know where something is and you need something either for a medical emergency or just to be more comfortable, and you're looking for a specific store with a specific item, it not only is stressful, but it eats up the time that you can actually enjoy and relax and do the things you want to do. So I'm preparing little kits with all kinds of things that I've learned that I've needed. Everything from first aid kits, bandages for blisters and cuts, burns, things like that, to ointments and everything else that you could possibly think of. I'm making sure I have the most comfortable socks, not the ones that kind of fall down and get tucked under your heel, and by the time you're walking, you know, a few blocks, they're right by, scrunched up by your toes. I don't want to be shopping for socks, for medical emergency items like Band-Aids. I'm not going to look for toothpaste, toothbrushes. I'm going to make sure that I have everything I can possibly think of, including those sunglasses, with me when I go. And that's not to say something is going to happen. I'm not going to stress myself over the fact that something might happen. I might lose something on a train, leave something in a hotel. Well, those kinds of things are inevitable. You know, emergencies happen, then you go shopping for them. But if there's things that I can actually make sure that I don't need, I just want to be comfortable on this trip. I want to be comfortable so I can just relax and enjoy the scenery around me, the friend that I'm going with, and just people watching and looking at the historic sites in general. This time I have made a list. Not that I don't make lists, but I really prepared myself. When I had a few minutes here and there, I would watch other people's YouTube videos about how to pack and what you should have, because it gave me ideas about things that I never even thought about. And I thought that was excellent. So I made this huge long list of things I might need, and then I would work through it and figure out what I personally would use, what I had, and what I needed to get. And that's the way I kind of worked it out over the month before leaving, and made sure that all those things that I personally knew from experience that I might need. You know, I'm not going with my husband, so I don't need the stomach medication. He has a really sensitive stomach, but all the things that I might need to feel comfortable. And that is everything from those kind of silicone bandages to put on heels or spots on your feet where shoes start to rub, even if you bring the most comfortable shoes, but when you're walking 8 hours in a day, something might start to rub and bug you the wrong way. So I made sure I've got all those kinds of things. I brought all the things that I would use on my skin, so I don't try anything new and have to shop for something and all of a sudden have a flare-up of itchy skin, because I tend to have dry, sensitive skin. And I'm going to make sure that I have my sunblock and all those good things that I am comfortable with and know that work for me. I didn't just watch videos though. I looked at what the weather historically has been like in the cities that we're visiting, because we're going to Rome, Florence, and Venice. And I wanted to see what the temperatures would be like, what the chance of rain. Turns out there's a big chance of rain. When I look at the weather app right now, all I see is rain. We're going to have rain in every city when we go, but it'll be warm. And I am going to arrive in Italy with no to-do list, no errands, no searching, just Italy and relaxing. If you're new here and this resonates with you, hit subscribe. I'm going to be sharing a lot more about living intentionally in this chapter of life. The other thing I'm doing is just having carry-on with me on this trip. It's going to be just under 2 weeks, and I can do carry-on. The reason is it's me and my girlfriend, and we will be traveling by train mostly from the big city to the big city. And we will be having to carry our own suitcases. I know from past experiences, Europe has a lot of cobblestone streets, and there's no way we're going to be lugging around big suitcases and then trying to pick them up and carry them, put them over into this whatever space they have on trains. So carry-on only, just for the ease of it, one bag to carry, and then our carry-on suitcase that we can hopefully wheel around easily on those streets. But that's the whole point. I want to make sure it's light enough so when I have to, I can pick it up. There's going to be a lot of stairs, sometimes no elevators at all. So we got to be strong and healthy to carry those suitcases around. I did end up looking around for another tote bag, something to use as the personal bag, because I believe the bag should serve you, not the other way around. I'm lucky enough to have a few choices of the carry-on with the roller wheels, and I've picked one, but I wanted a carry-on personal bag tote that I can use for different situations, but had those little specific things that would take all the stress out of carrying it around with me. It has that little flap that goes over the carry-on handle, because my previous one didn't have them. I had to buy the straps separately that I'd strap around, but then I was always flopped. That strap was, sometimes misplaced, and I'd be looking for the strap and it would fall and dangle. So I was looking for every way to make this as easy and simple as possible. Also, without spending a lot of money getting all prepared to go, because this trip will cost enough as it is. So everything I bought for this trip is going to be used a lot, and I searched and searched and searched for items that were good and quality, heavy duty, and like I said, could be used multiple ways. And because it's just my friend and myself, we want to be able to move freely. We want to be able to not be held down by lots of bags and suitcases. So those days that we are traveling, we should be having minimal fuss because of the choices that we made with our carry-on and our personal bag. Those are the types of things that are really important, because the whole point of this trip is to just relax and enjoy the people, the food, and the history that we're going to be, immersed in. The big picture now is that this is my retirement. Time is really precious now. I really feel that at this point in my life, protecting my peace, having as little stress as possible that I can manage and that I have control over, is so much more important than stuffing more stuff into my bags, having a lot of choices for clothes, and bringing extra suitcases just in case. I want comfort, I want stress-free, and ease of movement. So those are the three things that I'm really, really concentrating and considering when I pack and get ready for this trip. Really, I'm packing light so that I can be fully present, and I want to be packing light but comfortable, and that is a huge goal. I want to be extremely comfortable, because there's nothing worse than discomfort, because it just gets in the way of really enjoying a moment. And I know that from real experience. I went on a road trip with my husband and our friends, and I had these slides that I was wearing. They were not Birkenstocks, but similar. And after walking in for a while in a hot, sunny kind of a area, beach town, my feet were bleeding. We were walking and walking just to try to find a drugstore or grocery store somewhere where I can buy some proper Band-Aids. There's nothing enjoyable about a day like that when you have pain in your feet or anywhere else. So it's all about making sure that you have all the comforts that you need, look after the things that you can possibly look after that you have in your control, just so you can be present and not have to worry about these little things. And like I said, things will happen. So that's the beauty of it. You have more room now to expand and enjoy the time, and we'll have more room to, do these little errands if something does come up. I'm gonna miss my next Sunday upload, and I hope you forgive me for that, but I think you can understand that I've been looking forward to this Italy trip for probably 30 years now, and I want to be fully present and enjoy every moment of it. And yes, I'm bringing my camera along, so at the end of May I'm going to be sharing a video about what Italy really felt like and what it feels like to be totally present when you've removed all the stressors that you could actually think about and enjoy every moment. I'll also be sharing with you everything I wore, all the things that made me so comfortable that I don't even have to think about the clothes, because that would just get in the way of being in the moment. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss that one. It's going to be a good one. And I will see you from Italy. I hope you have a great week, maybe 2 weeks, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.